teaching itself, you should pay some concern as then. What is the difference between abstract class and interfaces? What is the difference? Why silent, everyone? No, don't know it. Not even single person don't know what is an abstract. What is the difference between abstract class and interfaces? Guys, it's so surprising actually. What happened to you? Huh? Yeah, Jahnavi. Okay. Okay. In abstract class need not have abstract methods. In interface we don't have the to declare. That means listen very carefully, guys. In the abstract class, if I declare any class as abstract, we will have 0 or more abstract methods. Sorry, we will have 0 or more abstract methods. Okay, but in interface we should have all abstract methods. Exactly 61. In interface, all the methods are by default, they are public and abstract. They are abstract methods. You will not give implementation for even a single method. But what happens in the abstract class? At least you need not have a single abstract method, but you can declare your class as abstract class. Okay, but suppose if I am having one abstract method in my abstract class, then can I create object for that abstract class? Can I create object for that abstract class? Guys, at least nod your head. Can I create? No, not at all. But who has to provide the implementation for that particular abstract method? Ever provide JALI implementation? Derived class has to provide the implementation. Okay, so through derived class, I can able to access the abstract class. Okay, did everybody understand that? Did everyone? Yes or no? Now in interfaces, all the methods are public and abstract. Through can I instantiate interface? Can I instantiate? Object create చేయగలనా నేను interface కి? Who said yes? Dharan Tej, can I create any object? Never, but I can create a reference. Interfaces will have references which point to the class object. Okay, Dharan Tej. Yeah, okay, it's okay. So, ఏ క్లాస్ అయితే నీ ఇంటర్ఫేస్ ని ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేస్తుందో ఆ క్లాస్ కి ఆబ్జెక్ట్, ఆ క్లాస్ కున్న ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ని నీ ఇంటర్ఫేస్ రెఫరెన్స్ తో రిఫర్ చేయొచ్చా చేయకూడదా? Yes or no? So with that reference you can access the number of methods in the interface. ఇంటర్ఫేస్ లో సపోజ్ నాకు 3 మెథడ్స్ ఉంటే ఆ 3 మెథడ్స్ కూడా ఆ ఇంటర్ఫేస్ రిఫరెన్స్ తో నేను యాక్సెస్ చేస్తాను. Yes or no? That's what we have seen yesterday, no? That's what we have learned yesterday, no? Where are you? Everybody is there yesterday. Yesterday is very less strength actually, very less strength. 47. What happened to you guys? Afternoon class, is it not? Is my voice breaking? Is that okay? My network is okay. It is partly. For abstract we use extends. For interface we use implements. Very good. 72. That is, to implement your interface, what keyword you have to use? Implements. Class A implements so and so interface. For inheritance, in the inheritance, class A extends so and so class. Yes or no? Now one more question. If I want to have some variable in the interface, what it is by default? ఏదైనా ఒక వేరియబుల్ ఇంటర్ఫేస్ లో ఉందంటే by default what it is? It is public static and final. Very good. Public, static and final. As it is static, can I access that variable with its interface reference, interface name? అది స్టాటిక్ కాబట్టి దాని ఇంటర్ఫేస్ నేమ్ తో దాన్ని నేను యాక్సెస్ చేయొచ్చా? ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? Yes. Yesterday what variable we have seen? Did you remember? Can you able to remember? What type of variable we have? Repo rate. Exactly 61. Very good. Repo rate we have seen yesterday. Repo rate, as it is final, if I am trying to modify that repo rate in a implemented class, is it okay? Is it valid? రెపో రేట్ ఫైనల్ కాబట్టి నేను నా ఇంప్లిమెంటెడ్ క్లాస్ లో దాన్ని మోడిఫై చేయాలనుకుంటే ఈజ్ ఇట్ అలౌడ్? ఇట్ విల్ నాట్ బి అలౌడ్ బికాస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఫైనల్. వెరీ గుడ్, బికాస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఫైనల్. ఓకే, సో అండ్ పబ్లిక్, స్టాటిక్, ఫైనల్. అండ్ వన్ మోర్ క్వశ్చన్ I just want to ask you, what type of relation is there in interface inheritance? Exactly, Anil, we can't modify fine. My question is, what type of relation we'll maintain in an inheritance? Relationship. I am asking relationship. Did I tell you or not? Suppose there is a human. Parent class is human. The derived class is student. Is that okay? Parent class is human. Child class is student. Very good, 6U. That it is a relationship. In inheritance, what type of relationship we will maintain? Is a relationship. Is a relationship means student is a human. Yes or no? Yes or no? But human is not actually a student. Every human will not be a student. But what reverse? Student is a human. Yes or no? Employee is a human. Right? Understood now, everybody? Yes, that is what is a relationship we will maintain in the inheritances. Okay, and I'll tell you, yesterday I might have forgot, yesterday or day before yesterday, there are two types of polymorphisms. What type of polymorphism we have? What type of types of polymorphism? Compile time polymorphism, runtime polymorphism. Guys, everybody listening now, because this will help you to face your Viva very much. Okay, yeah, please do concentrate. We will grow slowly. Once we complete this unit in a stipulated time, we will go slowly. Don't worry, I will give you many examples. We will deal with many examples. We will learn Java thoroughly. Okay, believe me. But I need your presence, I need your concentration. Yeah, I just ask you what I asked you. Two types of polymorphism, compile time and runtime. I just want to introduce one more term, that compile time polymorphism can also be called as, what is compile time polymorphism? What we will do in compile time polymorphism? Compile time polymorphism lo em chestam manam? What we will do? Overloading or overriding? Overloading. Exactly, Jagdish. Shravya, overriding, Shravya 72. Compile time polymorphism, what we will do? We will do only overloading. We will do only overloading, not overriding. Overriding is, yeah, it's okay, Shravya. Overriding is runtime polymorphism. Yes or no? Override చేస్తున్నాము అంటే runtime polymorphism. అంటే runtime polymorphism ని నేను దేంతో అచీవ్ చేశాను? Through inheritance I achieved runtime polymorphism. అవునా కదా? Inheritance లో when I am overriding the parents class methods, I am achieving runtime polymorphism. Did you agree with me, everybody? Yes or no? Then I'll tell you one term. This compile time polymorphism can also be called as ad hoc polymorphism. What is that? Your lip movement, at least, guys. What is that? ad hoc polymorphism. ఓకే, ఓవర్లోడింగ్ ని ad hoc polymorphism అంటారు. ఓవర్రైడింగ్ ని, that is runtime polymorphism, also can be called as pure polymorphism. Pure polymorphism. Okay, you just remember these two terms. If the madam asks you what is ad hoc polymorphism, what will you say? What will you say? What is ad hoc polymorphism? If she asks, what's your answer? Exactly. Compile time polymorphism is the ad hoc polymorphism. In compile time polymorphism, we will do overloading. Overloading means what is the rule for the overloading? Can anybody tell? ఓవర్లోడింగ్ కి రూల్స్ ఏమైనా ఉన్నాయా లేవా? ఉన్నాయి కదా. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? వాట్ ఆర్ ది? Same method with different parameters. Exactly. The method name is same. That is the method name, the signature. The method name is same, but difference in same name with the argument, different arguments. Yes or no? Difference kuda elaga? Difference in 3 ways. Number of parameters. Difference ni kuda ela maintain cheyochu? We can differ in number of parameters and we can differ in types of parameters. Ante int float ivvachu, float ni int ivvachu. Yes or no? We can even differ in types of parameters and also order of parameters. Oka method int float parameters తీసుకుంటే next method లో float to int తీసుకుంటా. Is there any problem? Is there any problem if I take like that? If I overload like that, is there any problem? Never. Yes or no? We can override. Overload. We can overload in that way. So how many ways we can overload? How many ways we can differ overloading? 3 ways. Number of parameters. Second. First one, number of parameters. Types of parameters. Order of the parameters. Please do remember, guys. But overriding. What happens in overriding? Same thing. The signature must be same. That is, signature always includes your method name and parameters. Signature name, method signature ante enti ardham? Method signature ante it's a name of the method and also parameters of the method. They must be same. మీరు ఓవర్రైడ్ చేయాలంటే మెథడ్ నేమ్ సేమ్ ఉండాలి, పారామీటర్స్ కూడా సేమ్ ఉండాలి. అవునా కదా? Did you agree with me? Yes or no? Yes, obviously. Yes. And what I want to ask you is, how many types of inheritances we have? How many types of inheritances we have? In Java, we always, of course, there are 5. There are 5 types of inheritance. Single. If I am giving pause means I am expecting your answers. Multiple, multi-level, hybrid, hierarchical. Among all these 5, what are all these supposed to be? What are all the inheritances are agreed are to be what I can say? Supported in Java. Hierarchical, multi-level, single, multi-level, and hierarchical. But what about multiple and hybrid? Are they supported in Java? Yes, exactly. They are not supported in Java, but multiple inheritance can be supported, can be achieved through very good through interfaces. Ante kada, ninna oka interfaces example chusam. What interface example we have seen yesterday? What interface example we have seen yesterday? I'm asking about multiple inheritance. ATM, personal bank. There are ATM interface. Look at this. There is an ATM interface. Okay. Hmm. What we have? There is an ATM interface. Yes or no? This is what ATM interface, right? And there is a personal banking interface in which four methods and one variable I am having, and a bank class, what it is saying, a public class bank implements ATM comma personal banking. That it implements two interfaces. So is it not multiple inheritance? Is it not achieving multiple inheritance through interfaces? Yes or no? Yes, everybody? Yes, obviously. So that is what we have discussed yesterday. And still, any more questions I want to refer? One more question I'll ask you. Yesterday, we have seen one program regarding constructor chaining. Did you remember that? Constructor chaining. Yes or no? Constructor chaining. Constructor chaining can be achieved through using this keyword. Exactly, Mr. Rohit. Exactly, 72. Very good. Super students. Constructor chaining can be achieved through this keyword. Yes or no? Whenever that is, this is always used for the, how many ways this can be used? Two ways. One is in the shadowing concept. Shadowing means, those who did not attend the class yesterday, you might have missed many things. Shadowing concept అంటే ఏంటి? Suppose na student class, it's my student class. In student class, when there is a same name, student class undi. Listen, జాగ్రత్త వినండి. Listen very carefully. In student class, there is a student number and there is a student name. But in constructor, what I am doing? Again I'm pass in the parameters constructor, if I'm passing the again same variables. Yes or no? Yes or no? Where is it actually? Test 3 might be. I need to travel much. If I want to take one program, I need to travel much. Yeah. See, what is this? Actually my instance variables are name, roll number and grade. Yes or no? But in the parameters constructor, the parameters I am passing are same. When both are same, the instance variable name and the parameter I am passing both are same, what I need to use? I need to refer this the instance variable as this dot name. This always refers to, yes, exactly Anil. This always, it's okay Jahnavi, yeah, fine. This always refers to current object. Then what is my current object here? ఇక్కడ నా current object ఏంటి? ఇక్కడ in the part in which I'm highlighted, S1, because with this S1 I'm calling, the constructor. Yes or no? Yes or no? So now S1 is my current object. If I say Control C, Control V, and if I change it to S2, then what is my current object? If the compiler executing this statement, what is my current object then? S2. Yes or no? Yes or no? When the compiler executing this statement, then what is its current object? S2 is its current object. Understood now, everybody? Yesterday I have drawn some beautiful figure, right? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Good. I'll tell you. Now please tell me here, there are how many constructors in this example? How many constructors in this example we have? 3. What type of polymorphism it is? Is it overloading or overriding? Overloading or overriding. Constructors lo difference chusara. Did you find the difference? It is 0 parameters, it is single parameters, it is 3 parameters constructor. So it is overloading. That is what? Constructor overloading. It's not method overloading. Yes or no? This is constructor overloading. Exactly. This is constructor overloading. ఎప్పుడైనా మీ క్వశ్చన్ లో వాట్ ఈస్ కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ ఓవర్లోడింగ్ అంటే వాట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు డూ, యూ హ్యావ్ టు డిఫైన్ మల్టిపుల్ కన్స్ట్రక్టర్స్ బై డిఫరింగ్ ఇట్స్ parameters. Understood now everyone? Yes or no? 6e understood? 6e 7e sorry, 7e understood now? Yes, right, very good. Still do I need to ask anything? What is the default value of float variable? What is the default value of float variable? 0.0. Very good. What is the default value of character data type? Null. Exactly. Very good. Super. Very good. Still anything left which I want to discuss? That's it. Fine. Hope everybody understand the concepts. Is everybody means so far 47 students are there in the class. All the 47 students I am addressing. Okay, everybody understood what we have discussed so far in 1 month. Already it's been 1 month. 1 month అయిపోయింది already మనం క్లాస్ స్టార్ట్ చేసి. ఈవెన్ డిఫాల్ట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ కూడా నల్లే. Exactly. If I say student S1, references also by default they are null. See, if I am not creating this, if I am not doing this, if I say student S2, what is there in S2? S2 లో ఏముండి ఉంటుంది? Null. S2, the references are by default storing null if I am not creating any object like this. Understood? Very good, guys. Yes, exactly. Right. Now we are going to discuss object class today. Actually, now I am entering into the actual session. My voice is breaking. Then what I can do? I will wait for a half minute and I'll start. Meanwhile, I'll open. What? No, Anil? No for what? Before going to this, I'll ask you one question, guys. I'll ask you one question. Look at this program and you please tell me what is the output. Voice is fine? Yeah, thank you. Look at this program and please tell me what is the output of this program. Guys, turn on your videos, please. Guys, are you with me? Are you there? Yes. Are you looking at that program? Just have a glance to that program and please let me know what is the output. Clydet 72 said Clydet. Is everybody agreeing with that answer? Yes, everybody? Clyder? How Clyder 60? How Clyder? Clydet. Clydelet. One thing, I'll ask you one question before. Ma'am, first only it is final. Yeah, Rohit. Yes, it is final. Yes, exactly. So what happened? As it is final, and one question I am asking you guys here, is it overriding is happening or not? Overriding is happening or not in this code? Yes, overriding జరుగుతుందా అక్కడ 72? Overriding జరగట్లేదు అనడానికి two reasons ఉన్నాయి. There are two reasons. One is the method in the parent class is private. Exactly, 72. The method in the parent class is private. Once it is private, will it be available to its derived class? No. Yes or no? So there is no point that this flipper method is available to its derived class, and there is no overridden. There is no point of overriding. And one more, it is final method. Final methods will not be overridden. Understood? No? Understood, everybody? అర్థమైందా లేదా? Yes or no? Yes. So that nucleated means, what is this? What is this? What is nucleated? Nucleated means, when I say new something, what is that? Object. It's an object. Without any reference, I'm directly creating an object. Did you agree with me? I'm not saying clydet C equal to new clydet of. I'm not saying. There is no reference. But directly with that object creation, I'm calling the method. So which method is going to be called? The flipper method, which is there in clydet class, that is going to be executed. So what is your output? What is your output? Clydet is your output. Okay. Control C. Wait, I'll show you the execution, then you can understand. CMD devar clydelet.java. What's your output? What's your output? Clydelet is your output. Understood now, everybody? Yes? Did everybody understand this point? ఎప్పుడైనా పేరెంట్ క్లాస్ లో ప్రైవేట్ మెథడ్స్ ఉన్నాయి అంటే they will not be inherited. They will not even available to your derived class. These are something like tricky questions. They are tricky. Actually, when we are looking at that by the first glance, we will thought that, yeah, sure, 61. What is this 61? Listen very carefully. There is a class Clyder. Okay, ఇక్కడ వరకు class Clyder. There is a class Clydelet. There is a class Clydelet. Okay, this is the class Clydelet. In that, in Clyder class, there is a method, flipper method, which is of type private and also final. Yes or no? So in the Clydelet class, that is which extends from Clyder, that is Clydelet is the derived class. Did you agree with that? 61, did you agree with that? Derived class అయినప్పుడు I am having one more method, flipper, here, and it is also a final method. Of course, there is no point, but I am giving my own statement here. By looking at this, people will think this flipper method is overridden. Yes or no? But really what is happening is, the flipper method in the parent class is private. As it is private, will it be available to the next class? Private variables and private methods always be accessible within the class. They are not even available to its derived class. Yes or no? As it is not available to the derived class, what type of this method actually? This is an independent method. Flipper అనే మెథడ్ ఈ క్లాస్ లో క్లైడ్లెట్ క్లాస్ లో ఉన్న మెథడ్ ఇట్స్ ఇండిపెండెంట్ మెథడ్ ఇట్స్ నాట్ ఎ ఓవర్ రిడెన్ మెథడ్ yes or no so that whenever I am saying new cloudlet that is whenever I am creating an object for my derived class with this help of object class if I call the flipper method whose flipper method is going to be called ఎవరి ఫ్లిప్పర్ మెథడ్ కాల్ అవుతుంది పేరెంట్ క్లాసా డెరైవ్డ్ క్లాసా 61 derived understood now yes very good understood it right now yeah okay good yeah fine it's okay now shall we enter to object class okay what is object class already I told you what is object class yes or no what is object class object class already I might have said one point object class is a okay hope you don't know yeah object class parent class of all classes Abhinav very good object class is the parent class of all the classes yes or no it's the parent class of all the classes okay and which is available in the java.lang package which is available in the java.lang package that is the reason why we are not importing anything okay that is the reason we are not importing anything because lang package is by default it is available to all the classes yes or no lang package anedi it is available to the all the classes whichever you create now second point object class is the parent class of all the classes by default every guys is the screen presentable yeah okay it's loading okay now is it okay right now yes okay right we will go because we will go straight forward to the object class okay right so object class is the object class is just a minute object class is the parent class of all the classes in Java by default every class in Java directly or indirectly derived from the object class in other words it is the topmost class of Java yes or no if I am not inheriting any from any other class that is there is a student class which is not extending from any other class then that student class is directly who is the parent class who is the parent class who is the parent class actually yes or no who is the parent class there is a student class ma it is not inheriting any other class it is not inheriting any other then this the student class is directly the child class of object class yes or no yes or no now if the student class is inheriting some class like human Student class, class student extends human. Then how it is inheriting? How it is related to object class? How it is related to object class? Student's class parent class is human. Human's parent class is obviously. Guys, did you understand what I'm saying? No. No. I think 7B, you did not understand. Yes or no? Okay. See, ఒక స్టూడెంట్ క్లాస్ ఉందమ్మా. ఆ క్లాస్ ఏ క్లాస్ నుంచి ఇన్హెరిట్ చేసుకోవట్లేదు. ఇట్స్ జస్ట్ ఏ క్లాస్. యాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఇన్హెరిటింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ ఎనీ అదర్ క్లాస్. అప్పుడు ఏం జరుగుతుంది? డైరెక్ట్ గా ఈ స్టూడెంట్ క్లాస్ అనేది డైరెక్ట్లీ ఏ చైల్డ్ క్లాస్ టు ది ఆబ్జెక్ట్ క్లాస్. డైరెక్ట్ రిలేషన్. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? సపోజ్ ఈ స్టూడెంట్ క్లాస్ అనేది ఎక్స్టెండ్స్ ఫ్రమ్ హ్యూమన్. క్లాస్ స్టూడెంట్ ఎక్స్టెండ్స్ హ్యూమన్. అంటే ఇప్పుడు స్టూడెంట్ కి పేరెంట్ క్లాస్ ఎవరు? పేరెంట్ క్లాస్ ఎవరు? హ్యూమన్. ఓకే, ఐ అండర్స్టాండ్ యువర్ లిప్ మూమెంట్. ఓకే, హ్యూమన్. హ్యూమన్ కి పేరెంట్ క్లాస్ ఎవరు? హ్యూమన్ కి అంటే అన్ని క్లాసులకు కూడా పేరెంట్ క్లాస్ ఎవరు? సూపర్ మోస్ట్ క్లాస్ ఎవరు? ఆబ్జెక్ట్ క్లాస్. నువ్వు ఏ క్లాస్ అన్నా క్రియేట్ చేసినా అన్ని క్లాసులకు కూడా ఆబ్జెక్ట్ క్లాసే నీ సూపర్ క్లాస్, పేరెంట్ క్లాస్. సో ఆ హ్యూమన్ ఒకవేళ ఎక్స్టెండ్ చేసినా చేయకపోయినా ఆ హ్యూమన్ క్లాస్ కి డైరెక్ట్ గా ఎవరు పేరెంట్ క్లాస్? ఆబ్జెక్ట్ క్లాస్. సో ఇప్పుడు నా హైరార్కీ ఎలా ఉంది? ఫస్ట్ లో లెవెల్లో స్టూడెంట్, ఆన్ టాప్ ఆఫ్ దట్ హ్యూమన్, ఆన్ టాప్ ఆఫ్ దట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్. వెరీ గుడ్. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద హైరార్కీ. ఓకే, అండర్స్టూడ్ నౌ? రైట్ నౌ? యా, గుడ్. That is what the story. Okay, so therefore object class methods are available to all Java classes. Yes or no? Do you agree with this statement? Object class lo na methods anni kuda as it is parent class of all the classes, are the methods in the object class are available to all classes or not? Obviously. అంతే కదా, పేరెంట్ క్లాస్ లో 4 ఉన్నా 40 మెథడ్స్ ఉన్నా దే ఆల్ అవైలబుల్ టు ది all the classes which are because they are derived for derived classes. Okay, next, object class provides some common behaviors like objects can be compared. In that, objects can be compared, objects can be cloned, objects can be notified. Okay, ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తామంటే ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ ని we can compare చేయొచ్చు, we can cloned అంటే what is cloning? Hope you everybody know what is cloning. Biology. Duplicate. We can create one more copy of the object. Yes or no? That's also we can do in the object class. అంటే ఏంటి అర్థం? అక్కడ ఒక మెథడ్ ఉందని అర్థం, క్లోన్ అనే మెథడ్ ఉందని అర్థం. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్, object can be notified. I'll tell you what is notified and all. Okay, so look at this. I'll show you one more thing. This is a notes which is uploaded in the what is that? This is the notes which is uploaded in the study material tab in dashboard tessellator. If you might have yes, look at this now. Okay, this is what this everything is there in that material. Yeah, KMIT online. Exactly, Dharantesh. Okay, it's under part 2, unit 1, part 2. Okay, now what I'm telling you is these are the methods we have: get class method, hash code method, equals method, and also clone method, concat method, toString method, and also notify method, notify all method, wait method, and also wait of some parameters it is taking, that method, and also finalize method. These are all the methods are there in which class? Which class? Object class. So they are by default, they are available to the all other classes. Understood now? Yes or no? Right. Now look at this. Get class. There is a method get class which returns the class name, class object, which returns the class object. Okay, Next, I'll show you through program also. Don't worry. I'll show you through program also. And there is a hash code. Hash code already we have discussed. Did you remember that? Hash code and a method we already discussed. Did you remember that? Exactly when we have discussed that. ఎక్కడ డిస్కస్ చేసాం హ్యాష్ కోడ్ అనే మెథడ్ ని? Heap and literal pool, that is while talking about strings. Yes, starting of string class, the very first program I have shown. Yes or no? Hash code method is a method which is available in the object class. Listen very carefully, everybody. Hash code method is unique for all the objects. Hash code method is unique for all the objects, but the result of the hash code will be depends on the result of equals method. అని చెప్పానా లేదా? Yes or no? At the time of strings, if the string is KMIT and if the string S1 equal to new string of KMIT, one created in heap, one more created in literal pool. But if I'm trying to print the hash code of two strings, what is your answer? Are they same or different? మా అర్థమవుతుందా? 7B అండర్స్టూడ్? ఒక స్ట్రింగ్ ఏమో లిటరల్ పూల్ లో ఉంది, ఒక స్ట్రింగ్ హీప్ లో క్రియేట్ అయింది. నేను దాట్ రెండిటికి హ్యాష్ కోడ్ ప్రింట్ చేయాలనుకున్నప్పుడు హ్యాష్ కోడ్ సేమ్ వస్తుందా, డిఫరెంట్ వస్తుందా? సేమ్. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? బికాస్ ద కంటెంట్ ఈస్ సేమ్. అవునా కదా? లిజన్ వెరీ కేర్ఫుల్లీ, చాలా జాగ్రత్తగా వినాలి ఇక్కడ. ఎందుకంటే కంటెంట్ సేమ్. ఇక్కడ ఈక్వల్స్ మెథడ్ గుర్తుందా? స్ట్రింగ్ లో S1 డాట్ ఈక్వల్స్ ఆఫ్ S2. ఈక్వల్స్ మెథడ్ ఏం రిటర్న్ చేస్తుంది? S1 లో KMIT ఉంది, S2 లో కూడా KMIT ఉంది. యాజ్ ద కంటెంట్ సేమ్, ఈక్వల్స్ మెథడ్ రిటర్న్స్ వాట్? ట్రూ ఆర్ ఫాల్స్? ట్రూ. అర్థమవుతుందా? బికాస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ట్రూ, హ్యాష్ కోడ్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో సేమ్ ఫర్ ద బోత్ స్ట్రింగ్స్. ఏమా అర్థమైంది కదా? దట్స్ వాట్. Understood? No, that is what hash code. And one more method, equals method. Here also equals method. Yes or no? Actually that equals method in string class, which is actually in object class. అర్థమవుతుందా? మనం స్ట్రింగ్ క్లాస్ లో ఈక్వల్స్ మెథడ్ చూసామా? యాక్చువల్ గా అది ఎవరి మెథడ్? అది ఆబ్జెక్ట్ క్లాస్ మెథడ్. అంటే నేను స్ట్రింగ్ క్లాస్ లో ఏం చేశాను నేను? యాక్చువల్ గా ఒక పేరెంట్ క్లాస్ లో నాకు ఒక మెథడ్ ఉందమ్మా, ఈక్వల్స్ మెథడ్. నేను మరి స్ట్రింగ్ క్లాస్ లో కూడా వాడుతున్నాను అంటే, దాని డెరైవ్డ్ క్లాస్ లో కూడా వాడుతున్నాను అంటే, వాట్ డస్ ఇట్ మీన్? ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ రోహిత్, ఇట్ ఈస్ ఓవర్ రైడింగ్. అవునా కదా? సి, ఆబ్జెక్ట్ క్లాస్ లో ఈక్వల్స్ మెథడ్ ఉంది, నెక్స్ట్ స్ట్రింగ్ క్లాస్ లో కూడా ఈక్వల్స్ మెథడ్ ఉంది. ఆ స్ట్రింగ్ క్లాస్ డెరైవ్డ్ క్లాస్ ఆఫ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ క్లాస్ అన్నాను అంటే ఒకటే మెథడ్, ఒకటే సిగ్నేచర్. ఈజ్ ఇట్ నాట్ ఓవర్ రైడింగ్? It's overriding. String class overridden the equals method of the object class. అయితే ఇక్కడ ఒక చిన్న ట్విస్ట్ ఉంది. లిజన్ వెరీ కేర్ఫుల్లీ. స్ట్రింగ్ క్లాస్ లో ఉన్న ఈక్వల్స్ మెథడ్ ఏం కంపేర్ చేస్తుంది? వాట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ కంపేరింగ్? కంటెంటా, రెఫరెన్సా? కంటెంటా, రిఫరెన్స్? కంటెంట్ అంటే ఏంటి? KMIT సేమా కాదా అని చూస్తుంది. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? అండర్స్టూడ్? బట్ ఈక్వల్స్ మెథడ్ ఇన్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ క్లాస్ కంపేర్స్ రెఫరెన్సెస్. అండర్స్టూడ్? ఈక్వల్స్ మెథడ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ క్లాస్ లో ఏ ఈక్వల్స్ మెథడ్ ఉందో అది ఏం కంపేర్ చేస్తుంది? యాక్చువల్ గా రెఫరెన్సెస్ కంపేర్ చేస్తుంది. యాక్చువల్లీ ఇట్ కంపేర్స్ రెఫరెన్సెస్. అంటే స్ట్రింగ్ క్లాస్ లో దాని బిహేవియర్ ఏం చేశారు? What they have done in the string class, they have overridden its behavior. String class design చేసిన వాళ్ళు, they have overridden in their own requirement. స్ట్రింగ్ క్లాస్ లో దానికి కంటెంట్ తో కావాలి, వాళ్ళు అలా ఓవర్రైడ్ చేసుకున్నారు. Is that okay? Understood everybody? Jahnavi is not nodding her head. Jahnavi, understood, no? Yes? Yeah, fine. I'm not looking at the chat box right now. Okay. Yeah. So, guys, 72 and 79, are you able to understand? Are you able to understand? Yes? 67, 7F, 7F, did you understand? The equals method which is there in object class is overridden in the string class. String class lo na equals method, what it is comparing? The equals method in string class, what it is comparing? Content. The equals method in the object class, what it is comparing? References. Just remember this. Okay? That's what. Next, I'm moving to the next method. That is clone method. Clone method actually, it compares and it creates one more object, same object. If I want to create one more object, just as like the previous object, the same copy, then we can use this clone method. Okay, right? Next concat method. There is a concat method. Even do we have concat method? I'll check once. Just a minute, guys. How can I check? What is the command? Yeah, please, can anybody type here? Type in the chat box. If I want to check the methods. Java P, very good. Now, it's not string right now, Anil. What it is? Java P, Java dot. Object class is available in which package? Object class is available in lang dot object. Capital O or small O? Object. These are the methods I am having. Yes or no? These are the methods I am having. Do we have concat here? Look at that once and please tell me. Concat unda akkada? This is constructor. Guys. This is constructor of the object class. Do you agree with that? It's a constructor. And there is a get class method, hash code method, equals method, clone method, and toString method, notify method, notify all, wait with 2 parameters, and one more wait, and finalize. But there is no concat. I'm sorry. I need to erase this. I'm sorry. This is not there actually. Okay. It's okay? Is that okay? We will see alignment later. Okay. Remember, when you want to check the methods, you just type that command in the command prompt. Then you will understand what are all the methods are there in that class. Okay. And toString method. Do you know what is toString method? We have used that toString method. What this method is going to do? toString method is going to do? Converts to string. Exactly. One point I just want to tell you guys. Array to string. Very good. One point I am going to tell you. It's not array to string. Directly array to string. Suppose string buffer object I am going to convert to string. It's an object. Actually, string buffer is an object which I am converting to string. String buffer to string. String buffer object to string object. Yes or no? Understood? I'll tell you what is string method. Still, I'll explain. Okay? Don't worry. Notify method, notify all, wait methods. These four methods you will learn at the time of threads. Multi-threading concept. Okay? Right? Not now. Okay? We will discuss them later. And finalize method. Finalize method we will discuss right now. Okay? Is that okay? So these are the methods we have, and these are the methods we have. And look at this PPT right now. Okay, guys. Is that overloaded? Just now I have started. No, is that okay? Right? Are you able to concentrate? Yes. Because these are somewhat new topics to you, you need to have a very good concentration right now. Okay. Two-string method provides string representation of an object. String representation of an object used to convert an object to string. That's what we have seen now. String buffer dot toString. That is string buffer object can be converted to string. Yes or no? Right. Very good. And the default toString method for a class object returns. That is, whenever I am trying to print any object, I'll show you through program. Don't worry. This statement I'll show you through program. But this is the syntax of the toString method. This is the syntax. Public string toString of return get class of name of plus at the rate which is to be printed and integer dot hex string of hash code. Okay, this is what the actual what do you say, actual syntax of the toString. Actually toString syntax ila untundi. I'll show you what is happened. Okay, I'll show you. And hash code you already know. For every object, JVM generates a unique number which is hash code. It returns distinct integers for distinct objects. It converts the internal address of the object to an integer by using an algorithm. Internal address ni it converts. Okay. Use of hash code method returns a hash value. Wait a minute. Returns a hash value that is used to search object in a collection which is an advance. That is, because of this hash code I can able to search for a particular object. Okay, because it is unique. As it is unique for each and every object, it is more helpful in the kind of collections వచ్చినప్పుడు మనం చూద్దాం. Okay, JVM uses hash code method while saving objects into hashing related structures. Okay, you just leave that because everything you can we can cover this in collections. Okay, and the equals method I already discussed. Okay, equals method compares the given object to the current object based on its reference. Okay, get class returns the class object of current object, and as it is final we do not need to override it. It is the final method. Get class is a final method. Get class is a final method. If you want to override, is that possible? Yes or no? Get class అనేది final method కాబట్టి if you want to override in some other class, is that possible? It's not at all. It's not possible. But if you want to override hash code, yes, of course you can, because it's not final. If you want to override toString, yes, you can. Yes or no? But if you want to override notify all wait methods, is that possible? No. That's how you know you can learn, you can explore with this, and you just have a knowledge which has to be overridden, which has not to be overridden. Yes or no? By this you can understand. Okay guys, and finalize method, I'll tell you what is finalize method. And cloning to creation of exact copy of an object. Okay, and wait notify all related to threads. We will discuss at the time of threads. I'll show you one program. Look at this program, everyone. Look at this program. Okay, just have a look. I'll discuss after 1 minute. Just have a look. Done? Finished? Finished? Did you analyze something? What class I am having here? What is the class? First class? Student class, which is having yes number, that is student number, and student name as the variables, and also there is a constructor, but my interest is not on that. My interest is here. There is a class, object class. In that, how many objects I have created? How many objects I have created? One or two? Two. One is yes, one more is yes one. Understood so far? Everybody? Now, I am trying to print system.out.println of yes. Yes is what here? Yes is what here? Yes is what here? Yes అనేది ఏంటి అక్కడ? రిఫరెన్స్ టు స్టూడెంట్ అంటే ఆబ్జెక్ట్. ఇక్కడ ఆబ్జెక్టే. యూ కెన్ సే డైరెక్ట్లీ ఆబ్జెక్ట్. ఇది లేకపోతేనే యూ కెన్ సే రిఫరెన్స్. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? If that part is not there, then only you can say yes is a reference. But obviously, fortunately, we have new student of, so I can completely 100% I can say yes is an object. Yes is an object. What I am trying to print here? ఇక్కడ నేను ఏం ప్రింట్ చేస్తున్నాను? ఒక ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ని ప్రింట్ చేయడానికి ట్రై చేస్తున్నా. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? సో whenever I am trying to print an object, the toString method will be called. The toString method which is there in object class will be called. ఎందుకంటే ఇది ఎవరిని ప్రింట్ చేస్తున్నాను నేను? What I am printing? It's an object. As I am trying to print an object, the toString method of the object class is going to be executed. Okay, I'll uncomment all these things. And one more thing, after this what I need to tell is system.out.println of s.toString also same. If I say s.toString is also equal to just s. s.toString anna just s అనే ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ని ప్రింట్ చేయడానికి ట్రై చేసిన both are same. Both are same. Okay, I'll try with this. Okay, student no object class no. See, look at the output carefully. How the output is going to be? Please look at that. How the output is going to be? Java. Next, if I'm trying to run this, what happened? What happened, guys? Look at this once. Look at this once. Okay, is that okay? What it is going to printed? What it's printed? Actually, these statements are for this. Actually, if I'm trying to print yes and s.toString, what is my output? What is my output? Are they same or not? Are they same or not? Same. Yes or no? But how is my printing structure? Is it not same as just like this? Is it not same as just like this? Yes or no? Actually, two-string method syntax is this, no? Yes, no. Get class dot get name will return the class name, that is student. This is not. That is student. Yes or no? And meanwhile, what I'm having? I'm having at the rate. I'm printing the at the rate within double quotes. After that, the hexadecimal representation of the hash code. The hexadecimal representation of the hash code. Is it not hexadecimal representation of the hash code? We are having D, B. These letters in which the format we'll be having? Hexadecimal right now? Yes or no? So whenever I am trying to print an object, which method is going to be called? Which method is going to be called? Two-string method of your object class is going to be called. 7n. Did you understand? 7n. Yes, no? Right. Who is 21? Jagadish, where are you? Can you please show your face once? Jagadish, can you please turn on your camera? 7n understood. Yeah, I understand. You just nod your head just like anything. I understand. Okay. Right. Good. Next one. Next I am going to, what is get class method? We have seen just now get class method, no? This method. What exactly it is repeating? I'll show you. What exactly it is giving. What it will give you? What it will give you? Look at that. Class student. ఇలా ఇస్తుంది. ఎలా ఇస్తుంది? Class name is equal to class student. The class name is equal to class student. In this format it is going to give you. If I print, if I do change like s dot get class of dot what is that? Get name of. If I do this, what is going to happen? Yes, exactly. Shall I execute? Now what it is saying? Just a student. That is what output here. That is what actual output here. Yes or no? Get class dot get name. If I say, the only class name student is going to be returned. Otherwise, this entire thing is going to be returned. Class name is equal to class student. But I only require student. That is why I just call, this is what method chaining. Did you remember this? Method chaining. Calling a method on one more method. Is it not method chaining? And Andy, yes or no? Why I have highlighted? Method chaining and Andy, if I call this till here, the output will become, the output you will be getting. After on that object, the get name method is going to be called. Yes or no? So that you will be getting the student name. And if I am trying to print the hash code, what's your hash code would be? Actually, this is your hash code. This number is your hash code. But actually, in two-string method, how it converts? Integer dot to hexa string. That is the number. The integer is converted to hexadecimal. That is how the result is like that. Yes or no? That is how the result is like this. Actually, your hash code is this number, this integer, and it is converted into hexadecimal format in toString method. Did everybody understand that? Everybody agree with me? Yes. Thank you. Yeah, good. Now you tell me, if I am trying to print this, what's your output? What's your guess? S dot equals of S1. What output you can guess? Is it false or true? Exactly, Rohit. Very good. False, because equals compares on references. Shall I execute? Shall I show you? What it is saying? Yes, equals with S1. No, they are not equal now. Actually, they are not equal now, because they are comparing on what? References. Did everybody understand this, guys? Did everyone? Everyone. I'm asking everyone. Did everybody understand what is object class? Yes, and we will see notify and all later. Okay, notify and all. Wait, notify methods at the time of multi-threading. Not now. Okay, then you will understand. And I want to show you one more program, and then I'll move. The one more program is yeah. Guys, I want to tell you one thing. Actually, here memory recollection, memory that is unnecessary memory collection will be done by whom? Garbage collector. Exactly. That is garbage collector. Whenever there is unreferenced memory, whenever there is unused memory, it has to be recollected by garbage collector. But in C and C++, the programmer is the responsible. Yes or no? But in Java, the advantage is garbage collector is there. So it has to take care of all this unused memory. Okay? Did everybody agree with me? Now, garbage collector only when how a object is eligible for the garbage collection. Garbage collection అది recollect చేయాలంటే memory when it is eligible, when it is reachable, when that object is reachable, when that object is reachable, when it is unreferenced. అంతే కదా. Suppose if I say look at this. Suppose I'll write here student S1 is equal to new student of student S2 is equal to also control C and control V. If I say S1 is equal to S2, what does it mean, guys? S1 is equal to S2. Now you please tell me the memory picture, memory map of it. Actually, how many objects got created here? How many objects got created here? 2 objects, S1, S2. In the third statement, what I am doing? S1 is equal to S2. That is, the S2 reference I am assigning to S1. At this point of time, S1 is referring to which object? S1 is referring to which object? This object or this object? Anil, S1, you said already S1. S1 అనే reference లోకి again I assigned S2 reference. అంటే ఇప్పుడు S1 ఎవరిని పాయింట్ అవుట్ చేస్తుంది? ఓకే, now what's your answer, guys? Did everybody understand this point? This one, S1 equal to S2? Yes or no? That is, I am assigning this object reference to S1. Yes or no? Now S1 is pointing to S2. Yes or no? Actually, what is there in S1 now in this statement? In this statement, S2 లో ఏదైతే reference ఉందో ఈ object reference now it is assigned to S1. Yes or no? Did everybody agree with that? Yes, 72. 72, did you agree with me? Yes? Yes, no? Jagadish, where are you? Yeah, Jagadish, turn on your camera, please. I want to look at your face right now. Okay? Yeah. So it is pointing to S2. Then you please tell me what happened to the previous object S1. ఈ object కి ఏమైంది యాక్చువల్గా ఇప్పుడు? What happened to this? It is there in the memory which is unreferenced. అవునా కదా? It is just hanging in the memory without any reference. It is still there in the memory. Do you agree with me? అది ఇంకా మెమరీలోనే ఉంది. Somewhere it is there, somewhere it is created. Yes, did everybody agree with me? 7N. Yes, no? So, but it is unreferenced. Is there any reference for this student object, this object? Is there any reference after this statement? S1 is equal to S2. No, right? So, this is what unreachable object. This is what, it just lost its reference. So, this is what unreferenced object. So, it is reachable by your garbage collector. Now, this object is eligible for your garbage collection. అర్థమైంది కదమ్మా? ఏ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ కైనా రెఫరెన్సెస్ లేకపోయినా, ఏ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అయినా నల్ అయినా, then it is reference, it is eligible for the garbage collection. And what is going to happen is the garbage collection will call and it recollects all the memory, unused memory. And here look at this statement, string s of is equal to new string of this much. That is, it's a string array. Yes or no? Is it not a string array? Yes or no? Did you agree with me? Yes. Now, after immediately what I am doing, s is equal to null. S is equal to null అని చేశాను అంటే S అనే ఆబ్జెక్ట్ లో S అనే దాంట్లో రిఫరెన్స్ ఉందా? ఈ arrayకి రిఫరెన్స్ ఉందా? Is there any reference after this statement? ఇంత పెద్ద ఆబ్జెక్ట్ కి, స్ట్రింగ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ కి there is no reference if I am saying s equal to null. Yes or no? But this entire array, string array is there in memory. Do you agree with me? అది ఇంకా మెమరీలోనే ఉంది. But there is no reference. So it has to be called by garbage collector. Yes or no? So there is something, but I need not call the garbage collector, but there is a provision that system.gc. GC is a method which can be available in the system class. System అనేది class or object? Is it a class or object? Class. Obviously, because the capital letter is S. Already we have seen system.out.println. In that system is class, which is available in which package? It is available in which package? Which package? System అనే క్లాస్ ఏ ప్యాకేజ్ లో అవైలబుల్ అవుతుంది? సో దట్ ఐ డిడ్ నాట్ ఇంపోర్ట్ ఎనీథింగ్. lang ప్యాకేజ్. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? lang ప్యాకేజ్ లో అవైలబుల్ అవుతుంది. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? రైట్, రిమెంబర్ దాట్, రిమెంబర్. సో గార్బేజ్ కలెక్టర్ అయితే నేను పిలవక్కర్లేదు, ఐ నీడ్ నాట్ కాల్, బట్ సమ్హౌ ఐ కెన్ ఏబుల్ టు కాల్ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ జీసీ మెథడ్. జీసీ మెథడ్ అనే మెథడ్ తో ఐ కెన్ ఏబుల్ టు కాల్. బట్ ఇఫ్ ఐ కాల్, నేను కాల్ చేసినప్పటికీ గార్బేజ్ కలెక్టర్ వస్తే రావచ్చు, రాకపోతే రాకపోవచ్చు. ఇట్ మే ఆర్ మే నాట్ బి లుక్ ఎట్ యువర్ ప్రోగ్రామ్. ఇట్ మే ఆర్ మే నాట్ లుక్ ఎట్ యువర్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్, బికాస్ గార్బేజ్ కలెక్టర్ ఆల్వేస్ అట్రాక్టెడ్ బై ఫ్యాట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్. ఫ్యాట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ అంటే ఫ్యాట్ ఇన్ ద సెన్స్ Fat in the sense it is related to cholesterol? No, right? It's related to huge memory. The objects which occupies huge memory, for that objects only garbage collector will look at. అంత హ్యూజ్ మెమరీ ఉంటేనే దానికి ఇష్టం రికలెక్ట్ చేయడానికి. చిన్న చిన్న ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ కి విచ్ ఆక్యుపైస్ వెరీ లెస్ మెమరీ ఇట్ విల్ నాట్ కేర్ అబౌట్. ఓకే, సో అండ్ garbage collector will call the finalize method just before your garbage collection. Just your objects are recollected. Look at this para. Look at this. Just listen, read this. Read this, everybody. Finalize method is called just before an object is garbage collected. Okay. Garbage collect avve mundu call avutadi. Second point, garbage collected destroys the unreferenced objects. Yes, we have seen just now. Third point, finalize method is called just once. Just once on an object, oka object మీద ఒక్కసారే కాల్ అవుతుంది. Second time it will not be called. Though that object is eligible for garbage collection multiple times. Multiple times the object is eligible for garbage collector, but the finalize method will only be called once. ఒకసారి గార్బేజ్ ఫైనలైజ్ మెథడ్ కాల్ అయ్యాక గార్బేజ్ కలెక్టర్ ఒకవేళ కలెక్ట్ చేయకపోతే ఇట్ విల్ నాట్ బి కాల్డ్ వన్స్ అగైన్. జస్ట్ అ మినిట్. Six D. Understood so far what story we have discussed? 6D. D Rohit. Yes. Okay. Where is Jagadish? Where is stuck Jagadish? Huh? Is he here? Huh? Okay. If you are here, you can turn on your camera. No, I can see your face at least. Yeah, good. Next time. But at present, I cannot see your roll number also here. Okay, we will go. Camera not working. Okay, the very good reason which we cannot even say second statement. Huh? Super. Right. It's okay. But you are listening to the class. That is more important to me rather than that. Guys, how many of you understand finalize? Finalize అనేది ఎంతమందికి అర్థమైంది? See, here, if I call this finalize also, this method may call or may not. ఆ గార్బేజ్ కలెక్టర్ వచ్చినప్పుడు ఈ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ని రికలెక్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు జస్ట్ బిఫోర్ రికలెక్షన్ ఫైనలైజ్ మెథడ్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు బి కాల్డ్. అంటే గార్బేజ్ కలెక్టర్ మన ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ని రికలెక్ట్ చేసింది అంటే దానికి అర్థం ఏంటి? ఫైనలైజ్ మెథడ్ కాల్ అయితే చేసినట్టు. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? ఫైనలైజ్ మెథడ్ కాల్ అవ్వకపోతే చేయనట్టు. Garbage collector did not look at your object అని అర్థం. It is least bothered about your object అని అర్థం. ఇక్కడైతే నాకు ఒక ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఉంది కదా విచ్ ఈస్ అన్రిఫరెన్స్డ్. అవునా కదా? ఎందుకంటే నేను ఇక్కడ ఎస్ అనేది నల్ అన్నా, బట్ స్టిల్ స్ట్రింగ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ మెమరీ is still there in memory. Yes or no? Right. Shall I execute this program? We will see whether finalize method is going to be executed or not. CMB the VAC. What is that? What is the method, guys? Class finalize test. Better to copy because always spelling mistakes and all. Why this nonsense? It is okay. It is compiled. Yes or no? Are you able to see this? Are you able to see this? It is compiled. Yes. Now I just want to run this. Main completes. Now look at the program. Look at the program once. Is that called finalize method called or not? Is it called? No, it's not called. That is, the garbage collector is not even look at your object. It's not called. Sometimes it may call. Sometimes we cannot garbage collector to. We cannot insist garbage collector to look at your object. Okay, it's a common Hyderabadi guy. It will not follow our instructions. Okay, it will do whatever it wants. Okay, right? Understood now? That's how garbage collector will behave. Okay, understood now? Yes. One thing remember, finalize method. Yeah, finalize garbage collector will call in its own time. It will not be called whenever you want. If you call system.gc also, it will not. It may execute your. It may recollect your object. It may not. 61 understood. But once it comes to look at your object, it want to recollect your object, then finalize method is going to be executed before object recollection. Object ni unused memory ni recollect చేసే ముందు finalize method కాల్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, ఒక్కసారి కాల్ అవుతుంది. ఆబ్జెక్ట్ మల్టిపుల్ టైమ్స్ ఎలిజిబుల్ గా ఉన్నా కూడా it will not call on that object multiple times. Understood 61? The one and only last topic today is the one and only last topic. One and only last topic. Yeah, have a look at this, guys. This is my notes only. Forms of inheritance. With this, we will complete unit 1. With this, we are going to finish unit 1. Okay, this is just a theory. Just a theory. I'll tell you. Forms of inheritance. Types of inheritance and forms of inheritance. Both are same or different? Both are same or different? Types of inheritance and forms of inheritance. Types of forms same. Kadu. No. Okay. Types because why I am asking this question is your seniors written they have asked in exam, in the final exam they have asked forms of inheritance, but everybody wrote the types of inheritance, all 5 types, and they have written such a beautiful images, all inheritance concept they have depicted in that paper. But we cannot say at that time exam, no. Are baba, you are writing for types instead of forms, but before itself I am mentioning that types are different, forms are different. What are forms? Forms of inheritance is, these are the forms. Specialization, I'll show you from here. Maybe this is more clear, I think. Forms of inheritance are specialization, specification, construction, extension, limitation, and combination. Please read along with me, everybody. Just remember what I'm saying. Specialization, specification, construction, extension, limitation, combination. What is specialization? Specialization ante enti? Look at this once. This example. Human class. That is, look at this example. Manager class is extended from employee. Is this visible to everyone? First confirm that once. Yes, no? Manager class is extended from employee. Employee class extended from person. Person is extended from human. Yes or no? Now, which is the specialized class of all this hierarchy? E hierarchy lo what is the specialized class? Ever specialized? Manager. Manager is the specialized class in this hierarchy. But who is the generalized class? What is the person and human both are? Yes, of course. Exactly. Right. Maybe I can change a little bit mammal. Instead of human, I can keep mammal. Is that okay? Right. Yeah. Understood now, everybody, what is the specialized class and what is the generalized class? Everyone? Okay, okay. I did not present the screen. Understood now? Understood, everybody? Just 5 minutes, guys. We will close this session. 5 minutes. With this, we will complete the unit 1 so that I'm in hurry to finish this. Okay. Next. Did everybody understand what is specialization? Subclass is a special case of your superclass. Yes, exactly. Good, good, good. Right. What is the specification? Specification is what is the specification means? Read this. The parent class just specifies which method should be available to the child class. Yes or no? Is my voice breaking? Is my voice breaking? Is that clear? No, still breaking. Clear, no? Shall I continue? A bit. Shall I continue? Yeah, thank you, thank you. Specification అంటే ఏంటంటే the parent class just specifies which method should be available to the child class, but it does not implement them. Yes or no? See, what is this case? Only specifying but is not implementing. Exactly where it is going to happen? Where it is going to happen? Just we will specify the methods, what are all the methods I am having, but I will not give the implementation. Exactly. Abstract class and also one more thing. We will just specify the methods. Interface. Yes or no, Jahnavi? Interface, no? We will just specify the methods. We will not give you the implementation. That is what that specification will be achieved through interface and abstract class. Specialization can be achieved through inheritance. Just now we have seen. Yes or no, guys? Is that understood? Right? Construction is another form of inheritance where child class may change the behavior of defined parent class. And it is constructing a new method. It is constructing a new method which is there in parent class. Is it not overriding? Yes or no? Some method is there in parent class. I am constructing some new behavior to it. Yes or no? That is what construction behavior. Forms of inheritance. One of the form is construction. It is what? Overriding. Understood? Construction, overriding. Just remember that. You just write something regarding that. Okay? Next, extension. Regarding this extension, what you can understand? Suppose in parent class, I have two methods. If I derive that parent class, along with those two methods, I can add some more methods. Is it not extension? Yes or no? Yes or no? Did everybody agree with me? 72. 72, did you agree with me? Yes or no? 72. Hello? Yeah, thank you. Right. Limitation. Limitation is, it is another form of inheritance where the subclass restricts the inherited behavior. It does not hold the principle of substitutability. Just listen. I'll tell you. What is imitation? What is limitation? Not imitation. Okay. Look at this. Subclass restricts the inherited behavior. That is defining Q as a subclass of DQ. Actually, Q is having more functionality or DQ is having more functionality. What do you say? Q ki functionality ekku untunda, DQ ki functionality ekku untunda? Is Q is having more functionality or DQ? Q is having more functionality. Q can only can be inserted from the end and deleted from the front. Yes or no? Last in, first out. Yes or no? But DQ can be do. Double-ended Q can be do. Both insertions and deletions can be done at the front. Both insertions and deletions can be done at the end. Did you agree with me or not, guys? What is DQ? Yes or no? So listen guys, listen very carefully. Listen very carefully. These are very important. Listen to this. Once you listen, it is enough. You need not buttify all these things. You need not spend much time on to read for the examinations. DQ की functionality ఎక్కువ ఉందా, Q కి ఎక్కువ ఉందా? ఇప్పుడు just tell me now. DQ is having more functionality. Yes or no? So that can I make DQ as the subclass of Q? Yes or no? Understood what I'm saying? Q is having less functionality, DQ is having more functionality. Can I make DQ a subclass? I cannot. Yes or no? I cannot. That is what your limitation. Your parent class always it will have more functionality. Yes or no? It will have always more functionality, and more functionality means it cannot restrict. It cannot restrict. Yes or no? That is what. Q is the subclass. Sorry, I just tell you the reverse, guys. Sorry, Q will not be the subclass. Listen. Q की DQ की ఎక్కువ ఫంక్షనాలిటీ ఉంది, అవునా? Q కి తక్కువ ఫంక్షనాలిటీ ఉంది. ఇప్పుడు నేను Q ని సబ్ క్లాస్ చేశాను అంటే యాక్చువల్ గా DQ లో ఉన్న ఫంక్షనాలిటీ మొత్తం Q లోకి రావాలి. ఎప్పుడు? పేరెంట్ క్లాస్ చైల్డ్ క్లాస్ రిలేషన్ లో, అవునా కదా? Did you agree with me? I just modified the sentences. Just listen. DQ is your parent class. Q is your subclass. Then can you imagine as Q is the derived class, DQ లో ఉన్న ఫంక్షనాలిటీ మొత్తం రావాలి అంటే ఏంటి? I can even able to insert and delete at the beginning, insert and delete at the end. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? Understood? Nobody is nodding your head. Understood? No. Jahnavi, did you understand? Your face is a question mark face. You can unmute. See, DQ.
So now,
yeah, tell me.
so now DQ should be the subclass of Q, ma'am, because DQ has more functionality than Q, and because
Yes.
subclass should have more functionality.
Yes.
Now DQ will be a subclass of Q. That's all, right?
Yes. Exactly. That's it.
Okay.
But in reverse we cannot.
Okay.
Yes or no? Reverse లో DQ సూపర్ క్లాస్ గా ఉండి Q ని సబ్ క్లాస్ చేయొచ్చా? అండర్స్టూడ్? రివర్స్ చేయొచ్చా? దట్స్ మై పాయింట్. No, obviously no.
No, but why, ma'am?
See, ఎందుకు చేయలేం? ఇప్పుడు DQ ని సబ్ క్లాస్ చేసావనుకోండి, DQ ని సబ్ క్లాస్ చేసినప్పుడు Q అనేది బిహేవియర్ ఏంటి? యాక్చువల్లీ Q ఓన్లీ హ్యాస్ టు ఇన్సర్ట్ DQ లో ఫంక్షనాలిటీ ఎక్కువ, బట్ యు ఆర్ డూయింగ్ Q ని నువ్వు సబ్ క్లాస్ చేస్తున్నావు అంటే ఆ ఫంక్షనాలిటీ మొత్తం Q లోకి వస్తుందా? రావట్లేదు కదా. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? Understood? No. A behavior obvious ga it is not. I am not acquiring the behavior of the super class. DQ lo ఉన్న functionality మొత్తం Q లో తీసుకోవట్లేదు నేను. So I cannot do that. Understood? No? So that is the limitation, guys. Guys, I'm going to close this. Already 5 minutes over. Just bear with me for 2 more minutes. I'm closing this. Next combination. Combination is multiple inheritance, because 2 or more interfaces I can able to take to one class. 2 or more interfaces can be implemented through one class. We have seen yesterday. Yes or no? That is what combination. So subclass should have more functionality. Exactly, Jahnavi. Subclass should have more functionality. Yes or no? That is what extension. Yes or no? Subclass object is bigger than your base class object. We have discussed. Yes? Can you able to remember that? Very good. Right. So combination Combination is combining two or more interfaces to be implemented with one class. That is what? Combination. That is multiple inheritance provided in terms of implementing multiple interfaces. That is what combination. Okay. Benefits of inheritance is reusability, extensibility we have, data hiding also we have. Yes or no? In base class, if I say private, data hiding, how can I achieve? How can I achieve through data hiding in inheritance? Ela cheyochu? Abstraction. One more. Private. Exactly. Private. Okay. If I keep some methods as private, that methods will not be inherited to your derived classes. So is it not data hiding? Method hiding. Yes or no? Exactly. Exactly, Jahnavi. Yes. Guys, hope you understand what I'm saying. And reusability kuda cheyochu. Derived class, base class lo unna methods ni I can reuse in derived class. Yes or no? And even I have extensibility. This you can understand. Yes or no? I can even extend my parent class in derived class. Okay? Overriding we can possible. Yes or no? And there are some disadvantages that there is a time complexity. Actually, suppose there are 10 derived classes for one single parent class. Okay. If I change any method in the parent class, method signature, something private to public, public to private, something. ఒక పేరెంట్ క్లాస్ కి 10 డిరైవ్డ్ క్లాసెస్ ఉన్నాయి అనుకుందాం. ఇప్పుడు నేను పేరెంట్ క్లాస్ లో ఒక మెథడ్ యాక్సెస్ స్పెసిఫైర్ ని నేను పబ్లిక్ నుంచి ప్రైవేట్ గా మార్చాను. దెన్ ఈజ్ ఇట్ నాట్ ఎఫెక్టింగ్ ద డిరైవ్డ్ క్లాసెస్, ఆల్ ది 10 డిరైవ్డ్ క్లాసెస్? ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? సో దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ ద complexity in inheritance. That is what the disadvantage, somewhat disadvantage in inherit. Disadvantage, and it's not just like disadvantage, it's somewhat complex at the time of if you want to change dynamically some methods. Yes or no? So that is the issue. Yeah, 10 will affect, 10 derived class will affect, Jagadish. It takes more time. Exactly, it takes more time. Yes or no? We have to check which method already changed in the parent class, so that I need to modify all the 10 derived classes. ఆ మెథడ్స్ అన్నిటిని మార్చాలి, బికాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు గివ్ యూ ఎర్రర్. ఎందుకు డెరైవ్డ్ క్లాస్ లో నువ్వు ఆ ప్రైవేట్ మెథడ్ యాక్సెస్ చేస్తూ ఉండొచ్చు. ప్రీవియస్లీ ఇట్ ఈస్ పబ్లిక్, నౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ ప్రైవేట్. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? ఇట్ విల్ గివ్ యూ ఎర్రర్. నో, దట్ ఈస్, అండ్ ఎర్రర్ కూడా కాదు, ఇట్ బికమ్ ఇండిపెండెంట్ మెథడ్. ఇట్ విల్ బికమ్ ఇండిపెండెంట్ మెథడ్. ఓవర్రైడెన్ మెథడ్ అవ్వదు. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? ఇండిపెండెంట్ బిహేవియర్ చూపిస్తుంది, రైట్? That's what, guys. So this is the somewhat complex. Basically, it's very complex. Yeah, that's it. To write in the exam, it is very important. It's complex. Okay, right? Okay, that's it, guys. And this object class we have already seen. Hope you understand what we have discussed so far. Program. Longest name, guys. You have two tasks today. Armstrong number and longest name. Armstrong number ante enti? Suppose 153. Suppose for example 153. The sum of cubes of all the digits. 1 cube plus 5 cube plus 3 cube. If I sum all the digits, all the cubes, you will get 153. Then it is Armstrong. Okay, I am talking about the task today. Guys, listen very carefully. That one task is Armstrong. Second task is I am going to give you an array of strings, and you need to find which one is the longest name. Which one is having longest name? Longest means you need to check with its name length of each name. Yes or no? Like this you have to check. Maximum you can find, no? Maximum element of an array. In the same way, longest maximum length of element you need to find out here. Understood? No, guys? You need to take the string array. You need to take from the user this entire input. Based on its length, you need to find out the maximum length of element. Understood? So 2 tasks are available for today. Guys, hope everybody understand this program, second program. Yes, no? Shall I start the task? I'll just start the task. So can you please